All right, let's see. Wait, hold on. Let me. I need some Jesus right now because sweet baby Jesus, I know that this thing is not staring at her phone trying to watch Percy Jackson while I'm trying to teach them.
So I'm not the one.
Hell no.
How do you say I'm not the one?
Hell no to the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no, no. No, no, no. Take your earbud out too, please. All right. So yes is still playing in the background. You can't. So I know there's no one in here that is going to be trying to listen to music while we're talking because you know what? That'd be mean. This is our time together, right? It's our time. So let's see if you guys are ready. Class.
Yes.
Okay, not bad. Not bad. Karen. Don't give me that Karen look again. You're the one who messed up.
Yo, that's crazy.
Anyway. All right, so we're going to go over this. So this is actually on page 7 from your notes that we started when? Yesterday. We started this yesterday. So we are going to go through and we're going to start on example 2 here. So since there's not very much room there on the page for example 2, actually, you guys actually have more room than I do. The edge of my paper doesn't actually carry over very well. But if you want to write it underneath the paper, you know how you made this into a foldable, right? Okay, you can write it on the lined paper underneath. We're going to do example 2. I'm going to carry that one over. So it is the circle.
Right now, page 7?
Yeah, on the lined paper. Let me see. 4 plus 2a, 5a minus 32. Minus 32?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
F.
F?
Yeah.
Thank you. And this one over here?
H.
All right, good job. Thank you. Appreciate that. Now, I'm going to go, now that we have this carried over and everyone knows where you're going to be doing the work at, it says, ¿Qué pasó? Okay, good. Says right here, it says theorem. If 2 segments are tangents to a circle from the same external point, that, like here, or in this problem, it would be my point H right there.
That's what we're doing right now?
Yeah, we're doing this. We're going to do this one, but I'm trying to explain to here. So, okay, let me see. Then the segments are congruent. Now, vocabulary word. What does congruent mean?
Same.
The same measure. We use the word congruent instead of equal because it's the same length. It's the same measure. But it's exactly the same as saying equals. But in geometry, we use the word congruent a lot to go along with it because it refers to a measurement. So, right here, this is going to be congruent to this segment. Now, do you guys remember doing tick marks on your stuff? So, what that means is, I'm going to put a single tick mark on each of these. So what that is going to imply is, Big Mac, what you doing? I know you're not trying to take a selfie right now, would you? Ain't no way in hell would you do something like that while I'm trying to do my class,
I
right?
take a picture of you.
Huh?
You want to take a
No,
picture?
he was taking a selfie of himself.
Oh, I think.
It just got weird. It just got weird.
Yo, that's kind of weird.
I know, right? Okay. Anyway, come on, Big Mac. You got this. We're right here. We're right here, right? Okay. Lock in. So this tick mark, which is a line segment showing that the 2 are congruent. So this segment is going to be congruent to this segment. The single tick marks is what that means. So let's go back over to my page where I did this one right here. This one is congruent to this one. Now, if they are congruent mathematically, that means they are equal. They have the same measure.
Same answer.
So what that means is, I could say that 4 plus 2a is congruent to 5a minus 32. But didn't I say the word congruent is the same as equals?
Yes.
Mathematically, it is the same. It's just referring to a measurement. So I can write this out as 4 plus 2a equals 5a minus 32. Now it just turns into algebra. Now it's going to turn into algebra. Now I'm going to try and solve for a. I want to get my a by itself. Always. We're trying to get this by itself. So I'm going to do some moving it using the golden rule in math. Anyone know what the golden rule in math is? No? Anyone? Golden rule in math. Whatever you do to one side,
To other side.
do it to the other side. There we go. That's the golden rule in math. Do unto one side as you do unto the other. Okay? So, let's take a look. So, I want to get all my A's. Let's put all the A's on the left side. So, if I'm going to put all the A's on the left side, I need to get rid of this 4. Isn't that a positive 4?
Yeah.
Yes. If it's a positive 4 and I need to get rid of it, say it again.
-4.
I need a minus 4 to both sides. So minus 4 there, and
The other side too.
-4.
very good, golden rule there, right?
You put a line.
Okay. So, but before I do that, but I'm also trying to get the A's on the left-hand side, right? So that means the A on the right-hand side over here needs to end up over there. So it's a positive 5A over here. How do I get rid of positive 5A?
Minus.
I minus it. Very good. So I'm going to minus 5A to both sides.
This side.
All right, so on the left-hand side, 4 minus 4 is 0, right?
Yeah.
So that goes away. Now I have 2A minus 5A. How many A's?
1.
Negative
2A.
Negative
A.
3. Because there's 2 over here, right?
Yeah.
You start off with 2 of them, and you take away 5. You take away 5, so I'm left with negative 3. So it's going to be a negative 3 there. Negative 3 A's. Bring down my equal sign. Now, 5A minus 5A,
0.
0. All that goes away. So that's nice. That's all gone. Negative 32 minus 4.
28.
No.
Negative 34, 36.
Negative 36. It's negative 36 because they're both negative, right?
Yeah.
They're both negative. You're getting a bigger negative each time. So that's a negative 36. Now, okay, got to really think carefully here. Got to think really, really carefully. What am I doing with my life if I'm watching videos and TikToks during my math instruction? The negative 3 is doing what to my A? What is the 3 doing to the A? Is that multiplying? Yeah, it's multiplying, right? It's multiplying. But I don't want that negative 3 there. How do you undo a multiplication?
Division.
Division, because it's the opposite. Division is the opposite of multiplication, and we need to undo things. So I'm going to divide both sides by
3.
negative 3, because I got to get rid of the negative 2. So, A, S,
-12.
positivo.
Positive.
Oh, yeah.
Negative, negative?
Yeah.
Makes it a positive. Very good. Positive 12. A is 12.
No. That's 25.
You got 25. So A is 12. But I'm not done. I just said what the A is.
Oh, wait.
I got to put it back in. Whenever I'm dealing with the measurements, I don't want to know what the variable is. I want to know what the segment is. So I'm going to take that A, I'm going to plug it back in. So if A is 12, this is going to be 4 plus 2 times 12. This one is going to be 5 times 12 minus 32. And plug it in using the parentheses if you could please. And use the calculator I told you guys to get yesterday, right?
You can use decimal, can't you?
You can, but I'm trying to get everyone used to this calculator. Because when we get into other stuff later on, it's going to make it a lot easier. And if you only use Desmos, you're going to punch yourself in the face and have to be here again summer school.
Yo, that's crazy.
I know, right? So do you want to use Desmos or
I'm gonna
Numworks?
tell you right now.
Desmos or Numworks? Oh, look at you. Hey, come on now. Come on now.
Passing notes? You passing notes?
Oh, look at this, look at this.
Not
Look.
yet. Okay, Numworks, right? Numworks. There we go. Okay, so what do we come up getting for my measurement? This is going to give me,
28. 28.
this is 28. It's 24 plus 4 is 28. Very good. Now down here for this one, it says 5 times 12 is 60. 60 minus 32 is also going to give me
28.
28. Very good. So they're congruent. So since one of them is 28, I also know that they both have to be 28. Does that make sense? Is that nonsense?
No.
Could be nonsense. Yeah, he says it's nonsense, right?
it is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, see, it's good. All right, so good save on that one. So we have finished example 2. And right here, we're going to go through and do these ones right here. We're going to do these together, but we're going to set them all up. This is all one problem here. All one problem. So from yesterday's notes, I know you guys are all paying attention right now. Yesterday's note, what angle is up here at letter A? A what? A 90-degree angle. Very good. So I want you to put a little box right there showing it's 90 degrees. What about over here at N?
90 degrees.
90 degrees also, because that's also that tangent, isn't it?
No.
There. Yes. All right. So we know N is 90 degrees. Very good. So the measure of angle N is 90 degrees. Now we need to go through and we're going to do the problem that we did yesterday. Almost exactly the same. So
The E is
850.
90 degrees too.
You have to draw that again?
You don't have to. There's enough.
you don't have to. I'm doing it for sake of,
No.
this one's 15, right?
Yeah.
I should probably just grab these notes because
There's no,
What do you need?
There's nothing else there except the tangents.
to make sure I get it correctly. This is circle D. This is O,
You can do whatever you want.
M, N, letter A, and I believe this one over here, it goes all the way over here and say this one is I. There you go. So since this is a right triangle, this is a right triangle. The sides that I have in this right triangle. This side across from my right angle is always what letter? What letter? We did this yesterday. It is a hypotenuse. Very good. It is a hypotenuse, but what letter?
C.
That's a C. Very good. So, do I know what the C is? Say no.
No.
I don't know. Because do I know the A?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do I know the B?
Yes.
I don't know the C because there's no value there. I don't have a measurement there. So we're going to do this one. So my formula is going to be, I'm looking for C. So if you recall, it was the square root of,
C and B and B. B, A, B.
you don't have to guess, it's right there.
A squared plus B squared.
A squared plus B squared, right? A squared plus B squared. It's in your notes. It's right there. We wrote it down yesterday. So you don't have to guess, ever. All right, so it's going to be C is equal to the square root of A squared, which is 8, B, which is 15 squared. And this is where you pull out your handy dandy calculator.
Oh no.
Or if you had your handy dandy calculator confiscated, you'd have to use one without Wi-Fi.
Yo, that's crazy.
I know, right?
You have the green houses?
Hmm?
Green houses?
Green passes? Yeah. For the what? Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, there we go.
Oh.
All right, Filibertos, what you got?
Wait, no, not that. I'm not there.
Okay. We're waiting on you.
Oh, me? What?
Waiting on you.
Wait. 8 or 8 is 15.
This is 8,
Oh,
and then 15, and then your C.
It's 17.
Ooh, Frankie.
Good job. So C,
Huh?
Oh.
What's wrong with you?
C is equal to 17. Why are you kidding?
Oh, I was talking to bro.
C is 17, so that's going to
My bad,
be.
Rob. I was talking to him.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go through and find some values here. Let's see if you guys could remember from what we also did yesterday. You make a really good wall.
Oh, me?
Yes, go ahead, question. Yeah, past is right.
When he said to do when he goes in there, he has to read that.
The general solution.
Yeah, right there. All right, so what we learned from yesterday, the radius of the circle. So, looking at this, if D8 is 8, what's DO?
You don't go with it.
9. Wait, no, 8.
Why is it 8?
Because it's the same.
It have to be the same.
The same radius, right?
Yeah.
The radius is always going to be the same, so from D to O is 8. What is D to N?
17.
8.
8.
Oh.
D to N.
It's the same.
Oh.
They're the same radius. So the radius is always going to be the same. So this is also 8. All the radii, it's weird. Radius is normal. Radii is plural. That's weird. All radii are going to be the same. Okay. So if these things are congruent to each other, we have two tangents over here, right? These two tangents that touch at this point. What do you think NM is going to be? 15. Didn't we just learn that one on the last example? If this is 15 here, this is also 15.
I'm ruined.
All right, so now, you ready for some mental math? This is where you have to do some mental sit-ups here. Besides sitting up and taking notes before I throw I don't know, what do I have in my drawer right here? Nah, I don't do markers no more. I got trouble.
Put it to your stick.
Oh, there you are. You are awake.
No, that's crazy.
Okay. The whole thing from D to M is how much?
17.
17. Okay, mental math here. So from D to O, we know is 8. So what do you think O to M is going to be?
8, it's the same.
It's
No.
9.
Why is it 9?
Because
17
minus 8 is 9. Yeah.
And he puts it down.
No, look. Both together have to add up to.
9. 17.
There we go. They both add up to 17, right?
Yeah.
There we go. So it's all of it is 17. So we went 17 minus 8. So the leftover here is going to be 9. Make sense?
Yeah.
A little bit better? All right, so now, do you have it written on your paper right now? Because I'm gonna change pages. We're gonna fill these in. Okay, what was DO?
8.
8. DN?
9.
8.
No.
8.
8.
IO.
16.
6.
I to O?
16.
From I all the way to O.
Oh, 16.
16. See, trick question, right? Trick question there. Because we have two radius together, which makes my diameter. Good job, good catch on that. MN. 15. DM.
17.
OM.
9.
There we go.
Circle how comfy you feel with computer.
You feel pretty good about this? Okay. So, what you guys have going on now, you are going to, if you do, there might be,
Do you have an extra piece of paper for the notes?
yeah, they're right there. There's the top and the bottom. The bottom of the pile is the notes. Okay. Yesterday, I had you do which questions?
It's
6, 7, and
8.
Very good, 6, 7, 8. So guess what? We just finished all the notes, so you could do all of them here, where 1 through 5, it just has to do with the definitions and identifying the parts. Okay, definitions, matching. So 1, 2, and 3, you're going to match it with one of these. 4 and 5, just name what you're going to do. And 9, 10, 11 are just like example 2 on the last thing that we started today. All right, so make sure you all like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. Support my channel. Buy stuff in the merch store.